All right, we are going to talk about boundaries and health today. This is a really important topic to cover, especially for women. Oftentimes, we don't even realize we don't have boundaries in our life. We don't even realize that there's no structure for how we care for ourselves. We set ourselves on fire to keep other people warm all the time. But when it comes to our own health, our own vibrance, our own well-being, we push that to the back burner constantly because other things are more important. Other things come up and you're always dealing with other people and other things first. Well, if you don't ever take the time to work with things that you need, that your body needs, you're never going to get to and keep positive results because you don't have boundaries around it. I'm Dr. Beth Westy, women's health and hormone expert, author of the books The Female Fat Solution and The Female Menopause Solution. These are all about how to eat for your hormones, eat for your cycle. These are on Amazon, great resources for you. And when we talk about nutrition for the female body, it's important to have boundaries around this too. What are you willing to allow into your space? What are you willing to allow near you, and where are you willing to use your energy? Because that is your most valuable resource 10 times over. It really, really is your most valuable resource. So when we talk about boundaries, where do our boundaries get crossed? Right? Where does this happen? Oftentimes it's that you are, I'm just going to put busy with kids, kids, and you will meal prep for them. You're prepping their lunches, yet you don't have your nutrition plan for the day or prepped, or even the things in the house for what you would want to eat for the day to keep yourself healthy, right? You might not have enough protein. It's not convenient for you, right? I can't tell you how many women I talk to on a daily basis where they're like, yeah, I can't meal prep. It's so hard for me. I'm having a hard time. I don't know what to do about this. And it's like, well, you feed everybody else. You make sure that your kids have the special things in their lunches that they like to have, absolutely, which is wonderful. But you're not even putting yourself on that same level of importance that you would need to get the things for you as well. And the tough thing with this too is that when it comes to being prepared for a lot of this, it's up to us. Like sometimes you don't have a lot of help or assistance doing these things. It is really wonderful if you do. If you have the ability to delegate some of this or to share the workload of it, great. But if you have a lot of things going on, it can be, and you're the one doing most of the things, it can be hard because you're busy with kids and other people and it just doesn't happen. You get overloaded with work. Work comes first. You have to get your work done. You have to work hard for your boss and other people other people that you work with on your team. Again, sacrificing yourself. I know some women, and some of these gals, they're teachers or nurses or, working in positions that require your time and attention and energy all day long with no break. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. To go all day long and you don't even have time to eat your lunch. You don't drink water all day on your shift because you don't have time to go to the bathroom. That's dehydrating. Yeah. And yet you wonder why you're exhausted and fatigued and overweight and can't lose weight and all these things. And you're thinking, gosh, it's probably because I put creamer in my coffee. It's not because you put creamer in your coffee. It's not, I promise. It is because you're overloaded with all these things, and it's unreasonable to expect your body to have this massive shift and change from what it is if there isn't a massive shift and change in your boundaries and your environment and how your system is supported. Yeah. Yeah. You're overloaded with work. And these are honestly the two main things. There's other things. I'll write this down. I'll just write down relationships. Because this can be another big piece that's really hard for your health. If you are somebody who you want to make a health change and yet the people you hang out with or your significant other, they're not interested in making a health change, then it can be really, really tough for either for you to continue on your own or you won't. You'll get sucked right back into it. I can't tell you how many women I chat with on a daily and weekly basis that we talk about this thing specifically. I have a hard time making this health change or being consistent with it. Not because you don't want it bad enough, but because your friend group, they like to get together and drink wine every Friday night. And if you don't show up, then you miss out on that social connection. And if you're there but not drinking wine, you're like, gosh, this isn't as fun. I'm totally sober and they're not, and this isn't great. You know? Like if you decide to make a change for your health, say you decide to, quit drinking for a month or two. I'm gonna avoid alcohol. I'm just gonna do that. Well, if the way you connect with your significant other or your friends is that you hang out and have a drink together, they might take that personally. Oh, you're not gonna drink anymore? That means you're not gonna hang out with me anymore? And it's like, dude, we can hang out. Like, I can drink, something else, just something non-alcoholic or whatever. Fine, right? But they might perceive it very differently. They might see it very, very differently. They might see it as offensive. Honestly, and if you're thinking like that seems ridiculous, I know. But they might see it as a way that you are shortchanging them on the interactions that you had. And it's really easy for you to get offended by this and say, well, what, you only like me if I'm having a drink? Am I not a fun person when I'm sober? Come on. But you're changing your health habits. You're changing something about you, and sometimes that impacts other people. So that means that you have to create a boundary around this. And people who are really on your team are gonna really be respectful of that. So when I talk about boundaries, one of the ways I like to explain it, and I played volleyball. I'm a volleyball player, so I think of it like as a volleyball court, right? You're gonna play a volleyball game. You pick the other players on your team. You actually get to pick your opponent. You want to play against somebody who's good so that it's a good game, right? You choose when the game starts. You choose when the game is over. And you choose where the out of bounds lines are. You choose those boundary lines. Everything about the setup of this volleyball game is up to you. You pick everybody. So who are you going to pick on your team? Because you want to be able to rely on your teammates to recognize that when the ball goes out of bounds, it's a dead ball. Nobody plays that ball. Nobody touches it, right? You might have some people who are like, oh, just kidding, it didn't go out of bounds, la, 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 la. But everybody else is like, no, it did. It did, it went out. Point for the other team, You want somebody on your team who is going to be an excellent teammate for you and support those boundary lines that you have. And if you can't say that, then maybe they're not the teammate that you want right now. Because it impacts how well you stay on track. To expect all of your success just to be reliant on you is really, really exhausting, and it's really, really tough. And it's such an uphill battle if you don't have any other help. You should have a team, whoever you choose, a team that helps you move forward. But that is one of the biggest things that I think women don't even realize, don't even recognize, that this is something you need to do, to focus on for you, your boundaries and health. Stop putting everybody else first. Stop putting all the other things first, right? You are just as important. And really, a lot of things, your kids, your work, and your relationship, the biggest, the common denominator here is you. So if you are not performing at your best, if you are exhausted, if you don't have energy, if you feel sluggish, then the thing that needs to change is you. And to do that, you have to start setting these boundaries for yourself so that you can improve your health. So these are things that we talk about, when we work together. We talk about this in the group program that I have, as well as the one-on-one program that I have. It's an incredible shift. And this is the stuff that keeps you going. You don't need another new fancy meal guide necessarily. You don't need another, eat this food and you're going to lose all this weight. This is going to serve you time and time again in terms of getting and keeping your results. So that's what I got for you guys today. I would love to hear feedback on this. If you realized you've set a boundary that shifted things majorly for you, I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. Other things I have for you as well when we're talking about hormones and health and everything, my tinctures for your hormones in your cycle, this is in the comments as well. There's a link where you can get these ordered just at nutritionforyourhormones.com. This is for your estrogen phase, days 1 through 14 of your cycle. And then this is for your progesterone phase, days 15 through 28 of your cycle. Really helpful for cycle regulation, decreasing PMS symptoms, and making sure your body is creating, and maintaining the correct amount of hormone throughout the month. And then my other favorite that I formulated specifically for the female body, this adrenal balance. This helps your adrenals and your cortisol levels. And these are also non-alcoholic. They are made with glycerin, so they taste good. You can put them right under your tongue. You can put them in, a drop in a small cup of water or tea or coffee or whatever. But either way, they're delicious. So you can get those again in the comments there. I also have my YouTube channel for if you're looking for more resources. My YouTube channel is Dr. Beth Westy, and then my podcast is called The Female Health Solution, where we talk about a ton of different health topics for the female body. So that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if there's any other questions or any other, things you need resources on, and I will see you later. Bye.